Hey, it's Miss Kristina bringing another preschool story time. Are you ready? Me too. Okay, it's time for a story. Now we're going to read Babar and his friends on vacation. It is the first day of summer vacation, and the children have marked it on their calendars. Flora has packed her things for a trip to the seashore, except for her pet turtle, which stayed home. The boys are packing their luggage. Alexander says, "I'm taking my beach ball and my cap." But Palm is mixed up. He thinks it will be snowing at the beach. "Palm, why do you have a sled?" Arthur is at the window in his explorer's hat, trying to see the ocean through his binoculars. "I think we will have a wonderful time," he says. Babar and Celeste are ready to leave on vacation. The car is completely packed. In fact, there's scarcely enough room for everyone. Where will the last suitcase be put? Babar is waiting patiently in the car. He checks his rearview mirror and starts the engine. "Now what has happened to Palm?" asked Celeste with a deep sigh. She's holding the keys so that she can lock the palace. Finally, Palm comes running down the stairs. He almost forgot his teddy bear. At last, everyone is ready to go. As soon as they arrive at the cottage, Palm, Flora, Arthur, and Alexander decide to go in swimming. Flora's put on her nicest swimsuit, but no one's paying attention to her when she models it. "I found my sand rake for the beach," says Alexander. Palm is so excited that he put on his new swim trunks backwards and won't wait while Arthur blows up his rubber ducky. "Don't jump around so much, please, Palm," complained Celeste, who was trying to put on his sailor's hat. No one notices Ratataxes and his wife next door. While Celeste and Babar are unpacking at the cottage, the children take the big umbrella and go straight to the seashore for their swim. Alexander puts on his goggles and walks carefully into the water. He goes slowly because his flippers make him walk like a duck. "The water is perfect. It's just great," he says happily. Suddenly, a windsurfer swerves towards Arthur. To avoid him, Arthur dives directly under a huge wave, just in time. But who is this reckless windsurfer? It's Ratataxes, of course. Babar has joined the children on the beach. "Papa, please show me how to fly my kite," asked Alexander. "It's hard to get it into the air." Arthur and Palm have built a large sandcastle. "It really is a beauty," declares Arthur proudly. Picking up a sand shovel, he finishes digging the moat. "Soon we will fill it with water." Flora is on her way to them with a brimming pail. "Look out!" she calls loudly. "Oh, what a shame!" Ratataxes in his dark sunglasses didn't see the castle and walked right over it. He's very sorry. The family has walked down to the harbor. Arthur wants to climb high up into the lighthouse. Palm and Alexander would rather play around the huge old anchor on the pier. "Be careful, please." Flora has been watching a big seagull fly overhead. "Look," she calls, "that bird has stolen a fish from the fisherman." Side by side, Babar and Celeste are strolling along the waterfront. They admire the colorful fisher boat. that is coming into port. The fishermen have made a good catch today. That afternoon, the weather becomes very hot. Babar sits in a comfortable rocking chair to rest. It's nap time for all the children who are tired out. In their hammock, Flora and Palm are asleep already. Alexander's lying on the grass with his picture book, propped up on a soft cushion. Suddenly, he hears a large splintering sound. The lounge chair Arthur was sitting on had collapsed. Happily, he didn't have very far to fall and is all right. Ratataxes burst into laughter behind the screen. He had loosened the bolts on the chair. That's not very nice, is it? One morning, all the children go off fishing. Palm is lucky. He catches a crab with very big claws. He may need help getting it home. Oh, a starfish, calls Flora happily. Isn't it pretty? And look at this! I've also caught a tiny shrimp. It didn't wiggle out of the net. How funny. Alexander teeters on a slippery rock, crying, I just found the biggest mussel in the world. Arthur, who hadn't caught anything interesting in his new net, warns, be careful, Alexander. You could slip on the seaweed. Everyone is enjoying an afternoon tennis game. It's Babar's turn to serve, and he sends the ball to Arthur, who misses his return shot and complains, my racket is too heavy. Flora is in charge of collecting the stray balls. Alexander has come to the court well prepared. Both the pockets of his shorts are filled with extra balls. Celeste has just made a good shot to him over the net. Palm is wetting down the dusty court and ends up spraying a spectator. The long red hose is too slippery for him. Since their arrival, the children have been asking to take a trip over to the little island. It isn't very far away, so Babar gives them permission to take a small rowboat, and they set off. Alexander can't row as fast as Arthur because he finds the oars hard to handle. I'm quite sure that pirates buried some treasure here, says Palm. Maybe under that palm tree. Oh, look, a shark, cries Flora, pointing excitedly. That's a dolphin, says Arthur, as it comes closer. How friendly it is. It's smiling at us. Mama, look at the pretty seashell I found on the island, says Flora, back at the cottage. I brought home a sea urchin, exclaims Arthur. It's prickly, so I wrapped it up in a towel. Palm has brought back a beautiful piece of colorful coral for Babar, who is busy opening a letter that has just arrived in the mail. While his father reads the letter, Alexander looks hopeful at the envelope. He'd like to get the pink stamp for his collection. Listen, says Babar, the old lady and the Zephyr have invited us to join them in the mountains. The following day, the family is on the road again. Children, look at that great mountain, says Celeste enthusiastically. Isn't it magnificent? How far away is the old lady's house? Asked Flora. I can't wait to see her again. I see it now, next to the tall trees there, calls Alexander. Let's go faster, Papa. Can we pass that camper? It's going much too slowly. No, that wouldn't be very smart, says Babar. There's a long tunnel up ahead. Be patient, please. We're almost there. Everyone is so happy to see old friends again. Next time, let's fly up here in a big striped balloon, suggests Palm. It's much more fun than a car. Flora has found a flower and counts the petals. Look out, Arthur calls. You might be stung by a bee. That was on the flower. But Zephyr, who is turning somersaults, reassures them both. Oh no, the bee is going back to its hive. Alexander is sneaking up on a mound of earth to see a gopher. But the little animal sees him coming and runs right away. All the children have asked if they can camp out, so Babar sets up a tent behind the house. Flora is going to sleep inside the tent on an air mattress with lots of warm blankets. The others want to sleep out under the stars. Celeste has given each of them a snug sleeping bag because nights are chilly in the mountains. It's a good thing I brought my flashlight, says Arthur. Otherwise, I couldn't see a thing. This moth is wearing me out, complains Zephyr. But I'm going to catch him. Wait and see. Celeste has made a delicious picnic lunch, and everyone has a glass of milk to drink with it. It's fun eating out here in the shade, she says. But what a breeze! Babar, quick, your napkin! Hungry Palm has sat down beside the bottle of ketchup, so he can have it all to himself for his hot dog. Zephyr is eating a sandwich half as big as he is. That plate, cries Flora suddenly. It's moving! And so is yours. Arthur, look! What a surprise! It's a little mole that has dug its way out from under the tablecloth. A day at the lake keeps everyone busy. Behind a motorboat, Arthur is learning to water ski. Babar takes Palm, Alexander, and Zephyr out on a sailboat that glides swiftly across the lake as Celeste and the old lady watch from the shore. Look at Palm waving at us, laughs the old lady gently. He looks just like a turtle in his life jacket. Flora wanders along the shore, enjoying the sight of water lilies. She would like to pick it, but it is out of reach. I know, she thinks, if I borrow the old lady's parasol, I can get it. Babar is sitting on his portable canvas stool beside the river for a peaceful day of fishing. He has a very good fishing rod with a special reel. But of course, it's Alexander with his stick and string who catches the day's first fish. A big trout, he cries. How strong it is! Papa, what should I do now so I don't lose it? Help soon arrives by canoe, as Zephyr and Arthur come to show Alexander how to land his fish. The old lady has her camera focused. We must have a picture as a souvenir. Today, the friends have gone mountain climbing. Babar is in the lead with a pick and a backpack. For safety's sake, he has roped everyone together. Without the rope, grumbles Zephyr, I could jump from the rock to rock all the way up to the top. Exactly like that antelope, laughed Flora. Alexander is climbing fast, but he stops to see an eagle perched on the cliff above him. He looks very fierce, says Alexander. I don't think he likes the look of that colorful hang glider. Maybe he thinks it's another bird. What do you think? Do you think it looks like another bird? I can't believe our vacation is over, says Celeste, choosing a picture. Children, let's each get something to remember our stay in the mountains. Alexander has found a leather wallet to buy. If I have enough money, he thinks, I will also get a flower for Flora. She likes them so much. Pom, as usual, wants everything he sees. But today, the fruit basket filled with fresh berries look especially good to him. Babar has picked out a jar of sweet clover honey to take home. It will remind me of this good mountain air, he says. The children are helping to clean up before they leave. Flora wipes the windows with a sponge. Alexander, who is proud to be helping, is throwing everything into a big trash can. But Celeste calls, "No, not the book! It's brand new, Alexander!" Pom is busy tickling Zephyr with the feather duster. The little monkey laughs so hard he loses his balance. Stepping onto the scrub brush, he topples over with the broom and collapses the folding table. I do hope things will be a little quieter when we all get home, sighs Babar. The end. Okay, it's time for a song. And today, let's practice our ABCs. So you want to do the ABC song with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job! Okay, it's time for a story. Now we're going to read Grandma Elephant's in Charge by Martin Jenkins. Elephants are the biggest land animals of all. A big male can weigh more than 6 tons, as much as 100 people. That's a lot. There'll probably be 2 or 3 babies, forever playing push me, pull you, or peekaboo, or anything else that makes a lot of noise. And each of the babies might have an older brother or sister, handy for playing King of the Mountain on. Elephants' mothers have only 1 baby at a time. They give birth every 3 or 4 years. Elephants don't become fully grown until they're 10 years old or more. The mothers in the herd are usually sisters. Adult male elephants don't normally stay with the family. Instead, they roam around by themselves or with other males. And then there are the moms. They take care of their own babies and help with one another's too, keeping an eye on them to make sure they don't wander off, or scolding them when they get too boisterous. But that's not all. The most important member of the elephant family is... Who do you think it is? It's Grandma. Elephants can live for up to 65 years, but don't usually have any more babies once they're older than 50 or so. Grandma's been around a long time, and she knows lots of important things. She knows where the water holes are, when it hasn't rained, and the easiest places to cross the big river when it has rained. Elephants move around a lot. It's important for them to have good memories so that the family doesn't get lost when they return to places they haven't visited for a very long time. She knows where to find the juiciest melons and knows the best path up the cliff to the salt licks. It's not surprising that she's the one in charge. Elephants are very fond of things like melons, but feed mainly on grass, leaves, and twigs. Adults eat about 1.5 tons of food every day. Salt licks are places where the earth is full of minerals. Lots of animals eat the salty earth there, which helps them stay healthy. She doesn't make a big song and dance about it, though. Just a flick of the ear or a snort or two and a rumble, rumble, rumble deep down in her throat seems to be enough to tell all the other elephants exactly what to do. If she stops, they all stop. If she moves, they all move. And if there's any sign of danger, you can be sure she'll be the first to investigate and the first to decide what the family should do. They might all run away, or they might take a stand. Or Grandma might charge. If she charges with her head up and ears flapping, waving her trunk and making a great hullaboo, then she's probably bluffing. But if her head's down, her trunk's tucked under, and she's not making any noise, then she means business. In that case, whoever it is that has annoyed her has better watch out. And once all the commotion's over, everyone can settle back down to feeding and snoozing and messing around, knowing that Grandma has sorted things out again. So if you're an elephant, there's one thing you should never forget. Whenever you are, or wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, Grandma's in charge. The end. Okay, it's time for a song. And now we're going to do When the Ants Go Marching In, and we're going to go to number 5. Are you ready? The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little one stops to suck his thumb, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie his shoe, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 3 by 3. The little one stops to climb a tree, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 4 by 4. The little one stops to shut the door, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5. The little one stops to take a dive, and they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. Good job. Okay, and now it's time for a craft. Today we're going to be making E is for Elephant, created by Kids Activities blog. And here's our website for other fun activities. Now, some of the things we're going to need is a piece of paper, some glue or tape, a marker, and if you have them, go ahead and grab some googly eyes. Now, the first thing we want to do is draw an outline of a very bold letter E, and then we want to cut it out. Next, we're going to draw an elephant ear and cut that out as well. We can also add a little extra detail to our ear if desired. Once your ear is ready, go ahead and glue or tape the ear onto your letter E. Next, we're going to cut a strip of paper for the trunk, and then we're going to fold it back and forth so it crinkles. Once it's ready, we can glue or tape our trunk onto our letter E, and then we're going to draw or glue our eyes on at the top of the E and draw in some toes. Well, that's it for today, but don't forget we have a bunch of virtual story times just waiting for you on our YouTube channel, and we also have more e-media at cityofcorona.com/library. We also still have our Click, Park, and Pickup, which is my favorite. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. See you next time!